reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue, you've never had one. You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of lost wages hits you in the face like a hard slap, a feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds, but you've got the looks, the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love. And if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still untouched by human hands. Look out, ladies. I'm finding love tonight.
Давайте знакомиться со старой веселой игрушкой. Орех. Так, посмотрим, что здесь вообще находится.
Looking at the telephone pole gives you an inferiority complex. Then again, you get an inferiority complex looking at a Vienna sausage. Nobody has dropped any change on the sidewalk. If you want money, you'll either have to sell yourself for sex or gamble.
So, let's get gambling.
Нет, сначала мы посмотримся.
You peer inside the storm drain. There's nothing inside it worth fishing out.
Wow! It looks like a big martini. That's wicked cool.
Lefty's hotel charges by the hour, but the average stay is under 10 minutes.
10 минут.
Wow, this bar is clearly full of really glamorous people having a swingin' evening. Somebody's offering a reward for the return of a lost Bernese mountain lion, and a local band called Rosella and the Iceman is opening for the Captain and Tennille next week. You can't see what's going on in this room, but you bet it's disgusting, perverted, and fun.
Damn it!
You're alone down here, while somebody up there is probably having fun. But true love is undoubtedly just around the corner. Or so you've been telling yourself every 5 minutes for the last 30 years. Nobody has dropped any change on the sidewalk. If you want money, you'll either have...
So, let's get gambling!
Ну что, пошли сюда. Опа. Ну, с кем первым делом поговорить? Я назначил посмотреть.
What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Hey, bub! Just keep that kind of narration to yourself.
This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder. This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. These video slot machines make it all too easy. At least when you had to pull a big handle, you got to work for your losses.
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
How's it hanging?
By the angle of the dangle and the heat of the meat. Ha ha ha!
Classy.
Be polite, Larry. Look at the man first. He's one of Lost Wages' finest benefactors. Be polite, Larry. Look at the man first. He's one of Lost Wages' finest benefactors. It's appropriate to make eye contact with someone when you're new to each other, especially this fine supporter of lefties. Manners, manners. Look at someone first, then annoy him. This here's a respectable lefty-supporting gentleman.
Понятно, надо сначала смотреть.
That's Jordan Lee. He's here frequently, and they say he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Curiously, in Florida, Arizona, and Montana, just to watch him die is a valid legal defense against homicide.
Hey, loser! Wanna go get into some serious fucking trouble?
Hey! No!
That's a shame. I know some major going down tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds boss!
No, it doesn't.
Да, лихо. Только, по-моему, надо громкость поменьше сделать. Хотя можно тогда вообще.
The gentleman filling his face is Tom King, a regular at Lefty's and the kind of guy you love to have with you at the movies, so you don't have to talk to him for 2 hours.
Looking at me? Can't blame you, actually. I got that handsome, roguish look. It's a curse. But hey, you know what I mean, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you know lots of handsome guys in my situation.
This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And being from Europe, he's extremely cool.
Wow! You're cool!
I know, right? It's almost too cool how cool I am, n'est-ce pas?
Ooh! And you speak Klingon, too!
No, I don't think so.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
No, I have too much cool to fit into that little body.
He appears to be perverted, twisted, and sick. You instantly take a liking to him. The one with the bottomless gut is Michael Hirschman. He's been coming to Lefty's for years, bending the elbow and running up a classically huge bar tab. He just paid it back, which is partly the reason Lefty's is open tonight.
Yeah? What's up?
I was just looking for women.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. It's pretty much a sausage fest here. I mean, I'm pretty, but not that pretty, if you know what I mean.
I sure do.
No, you don't.
Something must be behind that door.
Nothing escapes your keen powers of deduction. It appears to be advertising something. These bottles are for display purposes only. All of Lefty's booze is actually distilled from local industrial runoff. Whoever decided that darts is the perfect game for drunks deserves a medal. This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. That's either a moose or the world's biggest mutant jackalope. This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you.
Привет еще раз. Ну я отписался там. Ну, в принципе, график-то нормально. Ну, не совсем что супер-пупер, но нормально все видно, все нормально, смотреть можно. Пился-то там, конечно, нещадно.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you.
Hey, play it again!
Lefty inherited this cash register from his great-grandfather, Sam Lefty Andreas. The peephole is tightly shut.
Ну что? Один, естественно.
Nothing happens when you press there. Nothing happens.
А, подожди, а спин надо. Ура! Я выиграл. Бычки такие затушенные. Ладно, выходим. А как выйти отсюда?
It smells like people who end up hawking their valuables.
Ну да, безбашенный водитель. Что такое? А, выход. Значит, немножко я выиграл.
Gee, Dad, it's a Wurlitzer.
О, музон поставить.
You slip a buck into the jukebox and search for a suitably sleazy selection.
О, зеленоглазое такси. Плавно тебе будет. Свадебный марш Мендельсона. Из разных сторон на Луне.
You give yourself a quick pat down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies!
You are in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor, leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall.
Ничего себе, бомж. В костюме с галстуком. Ну да. Нормально. Макс, вполне нормально.
It's a beer sign, playing off the Bush Beer slogan, Bush Beer gives you great head, swallow after swallow. It's a girly lamp like you'd find in any swingin' bachelor's rumpus room. It goes around in circles, just like your life. It's an old sign from a loading zone. There is a single lovely, long-stemmed red rose in a delicate bud vase standing incongruously on a keg. You deftly pluck the rose from the vase and carry it with you.
Yeah, baby!
The lamp is useless without its shade, or even with it. There's no conceivable way this sign could help you get the girls. You try to pull up the rug. Not only doesn't it move, it's incredibly sticky as well. You shudder to think what's glued it to the floor.
Ух ты. Ствол.
This is one of those gag rifle displays. When you clap or press the button, the gun starts wiggling like a fish and then shoots you in the chest. It's totally out of reach, which is just as well. Lefty isn't insured. He is a poor little lamb who has lost his way, and also his bladder control. The area is littered with empty beer kegs. There is a tiny label on each keg that says, Grade B, notice, contains brewery sweepings.
That's the best part.
Even empty, these are too heavy for you to move.
Но розочку я взял. Это потешный квест из 90-х. Лэри, как Лизер. Ну тут, в общем, это квестовая игрушка. Но здесь прикольно все. Смешно. О, проснулся. Ну погладим тогда.
Wanting to be humane to the drunk, you clap him firmly on the shoulder, stroke his head, pat his hand, and get up close to him.
So tell me, how are you doing?
Ah, thanks for asking, buddy. I'd be just great if only my impetigo would clear up.
Ой, обалдеть.
Hey, don't touch your merchandise. I'm not your cabin boy anymore.
Розочек
She
я уже
must have an
взял.
interesting past.
Розочек, наверное, подарить можно будет. Так, чемодана нет, чемодан. Вот, розочку взял. Деньги. 93 бакса. Баночка освежитель дыхания, бледный мент. Круто. Так. Чтобы еще такое. А! Нет, тут уже все.
Some say Lefty used to have a floating poker game in this back room.
То есть в задней комнате. А здесь что?
It's a puzzle. See if you can decode it yourself.
Пазл. Ну, давайте попробуем. Опа, пазл.
Piles of magazines sit on the floor.
А взять можно?
Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is juicy Japanese and Jewish. Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is 70 and still spunky.
Punch Club. Но это все-таки тайкун. Я-то надеялся, что это все-таки более серьезная игра. Это тайкун, а я тайкун не люблю. Ну, это симулятор.
These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box. These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box. This toilet looks disgusting on the outside, but you have to look past the surface putrefaction and try to see its inner virulence. The bathroom is well stocked with growling lumberjack brand number 60 coarse grit toilet paper. You're already well wiped. Thank God. The porcelain has that glazed look. Hey, just like you. And everything you eat for breakfast. Someone has also left a piece of jewelry here.
Возьмем тогда.
Score.
Yeah, baby.
Ага, взял. Зеркала нет уже, разбито.
You look closely in the mirror.
In this light, I can really see the blackheads. All right.
You quickly check your fly by zipping it up and down a few times.
Zips up, zips down in an instant for easy access. Yeah, baby.
You pee into the toilet. Great, you hit the top, the seat, the tank, everything but the bowl.
Но только не в унитаз.
You're getting warm. Try to the left a couple of feet.
Если левее на полметра. Ну что, тут, наверное, все.
These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box. This door is permanently nailed shut. You'll just have to wait for a sequel to find out what's behind it. This fan is old, broken, and pathetic. This game has a lot of fans like that. There's no conceivable way this sign could help you get the girls. It's a rat with antlers.
Крыса с рогами.
Lefty caught it up in the rafters.
Ой, офигеть.
It's a grouper. Its turn-ons include swimming at the beach, quiet times, and not being mounted on a plaque.
Есть, но смысл. Это для модов, для фанатов.
It's a bar stool ripped off from an old diner. It's a poster of supermodel Sweet Cheeks Marie Bonds, a model with a thing for men in uniform. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, the face that erected 1,000,000 pup tents.
А взять-то можно просто?
You can't take it with you. Hey, that's catchy.
Ну что, уходим тогда. А как улица? Что-то не понял. Что-то я не... Значит, не все сделал. Вроде не могу что-то. А, вот вышел.
Hey, dork. You got toilet paper stuck to your shoe.
Так. Розу, что ли, дамочке подарить. Попробуем.
Your generous offer of a beautiful rose nets you one raised eyebrow. Nothing more. Apparently this person isn't into botany.
Все ясно. Ботанику не любят. О, осталось висеть. Что же она любит? Деньги только. Может, деньги ей дать?
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. It's Lefty's #1 fan.
I bet that horseshoe's up there for luck.
Yeah, but it ain't working. You're here.
Да, но она не работает. Говорит, это подковано на счастье. Она говорит, да, но она не работает. Ведь ты же здесь. 1, 2, 3, да? А я даже не смотрел. Так. Вот это что еще такое?
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. It appears to be advertising something.
Ну, то может сейчас пустят.
You rap loudly on the Nagahai door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Пароль какой?
Swordfish?
Рыба-меч.
Fool, have some originality.
Рыба-меч из фильма.
Swordfish?
Damn fool, have some originality.
Все. Поговоришь с ними. Может,
Not a lot of ladies around here.
I know where we can find some sheep.
О, знаю.
I'm not there yet.
Я еще не там. Ага.
You've really got the boyish devil-may-care thing down, Tom. I'm jealous.
Well, it can't be learned.
I guess people don't mess around with you.
They misjudge me. For instance, just because I know 1001 ways to inflict pain on the human body doesn't mean I like to hurt people.
I suddenly have to go.
Now, I get that a lot.
На завтра. Ну, ЕТС, естественно. И еще какой-нибудь вот старт, где я, ну, я хочу по старым пройтись, поеду.
Any advice for a visitor to the area?
Sure, pal. Always be GGG.
GGG?
Gambling, grouping, and goosing. Ha ha ha!
You're a charmer. Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then. So, Michael, you know any good pickup lines?
I don't need lines. I speak from the heart and my mouth.
You are a Renaissance man.
Have a seat at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive even cruddier than this?
Сесть в баре надо.
You take a seat on an available bar stool.
Так, ну и что дальше? А, теперь с ним
Blah, 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 blah. And now he looks like Dennis Flaff.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Hello?
What'll it be?
О, что будешь? На всех. Шампанское, вино, светлое пиво. Пиво, водка, пиво. Пиво. На всех это слишком жирно.
Give me a mug of beer.
Взбалтывать
That'll be
зачем?
$5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You down the beer in your pseudo-macho style and slam the mug back on the bar. Suddenly, you feel a little woozy.
Hello?
What'll it be?
О, не-не-не-не. Обойдемся. Так. Может,
Any
соседи?
advice for a visitor to the area?
Sure, pal. Always be GGG.
GGG?
Gambling, grouping, and goosing. Ha ha ha!
You're a charmer.
Тут не хотят больше никого.
We're really starting to make a connection, huh?
I wish it was long distance.
А, ну ладно. Я тут еще похрустываю, поэтому отвел микрофон. Черт возьми. Я уже даже не знаю, что делать. Попробовать еще раз, что ли?
You feel a little lightheaded.
Ого.
You're unsure if you'll be able to walk straight. Shaking your head, you finally clear away the cobwebs and are once again able to walk in your standard Studley style. You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Swordfish?
Damn
Не знаю.
fool, have some originality.
Черт возьми, а? Так, сейчас я, наверное, получу
You
мороженое.
inhale her scent.
I'm sorry to just blurt this out, but you smell absolutely incredible. It's as if your inner light is so serene and pure that your aura has its own sweet and almost hypnotic aroma.
I had tapioca for lunch.
Я съел шаурму. Что ж такое? Что делать-то?
You run your finger up and down her knee.
Excuse me. Did I tell you you could touch me?
You said it with your eyes.
Твои
Next
глаза
time, get
сказали это.
confirmation from my mouth first. Okay, loser.
Подтверждение моего
So it'll
рта.
be a next time?
Ой, умора. Так, а что если с
You
этими?
prod the big guy.
That there's muscle, kid.
Это мышцы, малыш.
295 pounds
130
of
кило
solid
чистых мышц.
muscle.
It felt kind of squishy to me.
That's called muscle control.
Это вот бандюган.
What are you, looking for trouble?
I'm sorry. I wanted to see what would happen if I tried to do something with you.
You need to get a sense of personal space.
I can't afford personal space. I need all the human contact I can get. You've got a loose thread.
Hey, hands off. I mean, I love it when anyone touches me. But not you.
Yes?
Just hoping some of your cool would rub off on me.
Get in line.
Ну чё, вот это сейчас остался.
You like the way that feels? Natural fibers. Women love natural fibers. Of course, it also helps to have exotic looks and the right facial hair. Now, I have exotic looks, and I have the right facial hair.
And a great opinion of yourself.
Chicks love confidence. An old man in a boat told me that once.
Встают лодки.
Keep your hands off of me. For all I know, you've been touching one of them computer keyboards. Filthy, infectious things those are.
Ну что, попробуй бабки. А может вот это ей дать? Вверх сердечко. Давай попробуем. Ой. Ой, а что это не взял сам? Ой, да. О. Ну-ка.
You can't just walk around proposing to everyone. Wait till someone asks you for a ring.
Ну как? Ну что, тогда деньги будут.
You don't owe any money right now.
Понятно. Защита от дурака называется. Только возьми. Ну что ж такое-то? Полетит тут. А, кстати, надо сохраниться. Здесь часто надо сохраняться. Да ё-моё, что ж такое-то? О. Что? Ну все. Последний плюс запоминает. Интересно. Может выйти попробовать? О, молодец.
Apples! Apples for sale! Get your fresh apples here, only $1. Just so you know, it smells like something died in your mouth.
You know, most guys look kind of shapeless and dumpy in a barrel, but this guy really carries it off.
Apple? Just $1.
I'll call you. Hey, mister! I presume it's mister. I can't see under your barrel.
The name's Tim. Tim Tibbetts. And you are?
Larry? Larry Laffer?
What's your question, Larry?
Well, I see you're wearing a barrel, and I figure this can only mean one thing. You're going to go over Niagara Falls.
Interesting.
Furthermore, since Lost Wages is near the West Coast and Niagara Falls is near the East Coast and you're already in the barrel, you must be super wealthy. They'll never let you on a commercial airliner dressed that way.
Your mind works in strange and mysterious ways, Larry. Actually, I'm broke. That's why I'm dressed this way. Wanna buy an apple?
Let me think about it. It would be kind of cool to buy an apple from a really rich guy.
Hey, you'll get your turn in here soon enough.
Hey, Tim!
Larry!
How's the apple business?
Not good. I'll be sleeping in my pants tonight.
Ha! You eccentric rich guys! You crack me up!
Я понял. Ясненько. Молодцы. Хотел, кстати, вам предложить, может, стоит все-таки на Европе 1 с такой жуткой столью сноситься, конечно, тяжко.
Uh-oh, that's Bear, the dog. In Lost Wages, Bear is famous for getting off his leash and spreading sunshine wherever he goes. If you act in a non-threatening manner long enough, maybe he'll come over and say hi sometime.
Скажет привет. Ну, поговорить с ним, что ли?
Yeah, Poochie-Poochie-Poo. Who's a good bear? Who's a good boy?
Bear doesn't seem to respond to your doggy talk.
Возможно, это девочка.
Maybe he isn't male identified.
Ой. Что-то не понял. Награда за то, что был Облит собакой. О, зараза. Понятно. Да, я хрумкаю тут. Спасибо. Не сильно мешаю. Может, отодвинуть побольше. Все. Перестал. Черт возьми, даже не знаю, что дальше.
Lost Wages has been painting their garbage cans green to make them look like bushes. A sense of foreboding washes over your heart when your eyes slowly examine this dark alley that seems to be just outside every public area in Lost Wages. Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going into dark alleys?
He's alive! Alive!
Да, было. Так, а в этой стране чего? Сдохла. Ой, опять.
Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going into dark alleys?
He's alive! Alive!
Пойдем тогда. Угощать всех выпивкой.
Holy cannoli! It smells like a fire hydrant just walked in here. Hey, you! Someone in here been eating liver?
Ну, давай.
Know any good jokes?
Ain't you been listening?
Yeah, that's why I asked. You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
Посмотрим, вот что вот это вот такое у нас. Освежитель дыхания, бледный мент. Можешь попробовать его взять. Нет, что-то не поменялось.
Yeah, baby!
Ah. Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then.
You lightly rest your hand on the hot babe.
Do that again, and I'll snap your wrist like kindling and tie your scrotum around your neck.
You are so poetic.
Такая поэтичная. Да, забавно. Он только не понятно, что делать. Ну что, выпивку на всех, что ли? Это ж разориться. А может поиграть? Спин. Так, а это что? Нет, спин. третий раз. Ух ты, уже 78. Ну еще раз. Да вы чё? О. А где деньги-то?
Nothing happens when you press there.
Не понял. Я выиграл, а?
Nothing happens when you press...
Ответ. Вот. В общем, все равно 68.
Nothing happens when you press there.
Ну что, выписал на всех.
Hello?
What'll it be? Are you sure?
Ох,
It'll cost
90
you
баксов.
$90.
Да. А у меня уже их нету.
Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's going to Dallas.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? No one can hear you through the door.
Что-то я пропустил.
It's you, Larry. Larry Laffer. Remember? You wonder how many Noggers had to give their all just to decorate this sleazehole.
Да, надо тогда туда идти назад.
You try to pull up the rug. Not only doesn't it move, it's incredibly sticky as well. You shudder to think what's glued it to the floor. The lamp is useless without its shade, or even with it. People should stay as far away from these boxes as possible, which is a shame because it's a tiny room and people have to use it all the time. You turn on the hot tap. Immediately, steam starts to chug from the spigot. Technically, steam is invisible. This is water vapor, but nobody likes a narrating smartass. You notice some writing in the mirror.
Ken sent me. That could be important. I'll have to remember it.
You grab a scrap of toilet paper and, cleverly chewing one of your fingernails to the quick, you scrawl the words Ken sent me in blood on the paper. You turn off the hot tap and the mist slowly clears.
Ken sent me.
You can't open it. It just hangs there mocking you. Of course, you're used to things just hanging there mocking you.
600. Вот, теперь понятно. Ken sent me. Вот такой пароль. Ну пошли тогда.
You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Swordfish?
Опять не
Damn
понял.
fool, have some originality.
Понял. А там не появилось ничего. А,
Вот
ну
тебе
вот.
копеечка за хорошие стримы.
Вот тебе копеечки за хорошие стримы. Спасибо. Так, ну-ка.
You read off the strange password you discovered in the jar.
Ken sent me?
Come on in.
Ура! Ура!
Ah, you recognize this setup from a number of art films you've viewed. The gentleman before you is basically working the front desk. His employee is upstairs, waiting to provide quick expert services to a discriminating clientele. The old clattering teeth trick really breaks the ice at parties, especially if you party with a lot of 6-year-olds.
Ой, ну юмор вообще обалденный.
You wind up the teeth, They immediately make a sad winding down sound and barely jiggle.
Так, а это
Rip
что
off.
такое? А это что такое?
You can't believe all the crap Lefty collects.
Жуть вообще.
You gingerly poke around in the pile, looking for something useful. To your great relief, you find
Понял,
nothing.
Макс. Спасибо. Просто у меня не выводится от кого.
Remember how, after that incident with the mannequin at Victoria's Secret, you promised to give up talking to inanimate objects? That's some impressive tale.
Well, someone's gotta say it. That's one handsome moose ass.
If you only had a dime for every time you said that. There's one of those old-fashioned TV remotes from back when they had fewer than 80
Когда на них
buttons.
было меньше 80 кнопок. Точно. А взять его можно?
Since nobody seems to be using it, you glom the remote.
Ура. Вот 1000 заработал. Надо сохраниться, пожалуй. Покер. А тут что?
This old TV is in sad shape. The on-off and channel dials are missing. How can you even turn it on? There are no working controls on the TV set, and no good reason to take it. It's the head of a cock. What? What did I say?
А это что ж так за кошка?
Whoever shaved this pussy didn't finish the job.
Не закончил свою работу.
It's one of those tasteful calendars that the tool companies put out. It's one of those tasteful calendars that the tool companies put out. Someone still has some unpacking to do. Someone still has some unpacking to do. I wonder what the artist was getting at. There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex toys, no doubt for the use of customers. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a combination lock. On a stand in the corner is the infamous butt bottle, introduced in 1972 by Lowbrow Beverage Company as packaging for their first flavored vodka. The less said about that vodka, the better. Don't touch it. You don't know what it's been. You're straight, Larry. You don't enjoy touching someone else's rooster. These days, carrying around one of these calendars will immediately peg you as a troglodyte. You're trying to keep that a secret. That's would-be recording artist and full-time pimp, Prodigious P. He seems to be looking at the TV with frustration.
What's happening, man?
Just hanging out.
What's upstairs?
Nothing you'll ever get to see.
Why? What is it?
It's a woman, little man, and she's too much for you. You're not getting by me. Just put it out of your head.
Well, that just makes me want to go up there even more, right? Makes me want to figure out a way to get past you.
You're new at this, aren't you?
Ты первый раз в квесты играешь, что ли? Чё ж ему дать-то?
Prodigious P already knows the password. How do you think he got back here?
Не помогло.
That's not the person with chronic halitosis.
Да. Может, денег дать?
You whip out your wallet and offer your money to Prodigious P.
Your money's no good here, little man. Put it away.
But I'm a paying customer.
Look, little man, I'll be honest with you. My girl upstairs isn't my best representative, you know. She may be a little bit past her prime. She may be a little too strung out, a little too spotty. She may be a little contagious. She may have scabies and rabies and crabs. She's got a history of saying yes to every mouth-breathing, lice-infested man, woman, and animal she's ever set her eyes on. But even she's got standards.
Ну да, что у нее есть стандарты. Что же делать-то? А может пульт? Он там на телевизор смотрел.
Prodigious P knows the remote is dead. That's his whole problem.
Вон чего. Это его главное. Так, батарейки, получается, надо найти. Ну где они могут быть?
These kegs are full of beer. You can't take them. Or tap them. You open up and examine the contents of the carton. They're all full of tax code manuals related to the running of a legal brothel. You open up and examine the contents of the carton. They're all full of tax code manuals related to the running of a legal brothel. You open up and examine the contents of the carton. They're all full of tax code manuals related to the running of a legal brothel. Butt bottles are highly collectible and very valuable, but since you don't know that, it's useless to you. Forget about it.
Пройти, значит, не удастся.
Step away, little man. You're not my girl's type.
What'd you let me in the room for, then?
I surround myself with socially inept people. It stems from a need to overcompensate for my deep-seated low self-esteem.
Черт, батарейки нужны, в общем. Где их взять теперь? Где-то чего-то я не углядел. Пойду туда. Так, а теперь эта дверь откроется. Она и открылась. Может, здесь где-то батарейки лежат?
People should stay as far away from these boxes as possible, which is a shame because it's a tiny room and people have to use it all the time. Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is Goofus and Gallant's Guide to Swinging. Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is Balmy Ishmael.
Да. Вот интересно.
Don't do it, Larry. Too late.
Опа.
The toilet begins to fill. Realizing your mistake, you quickly jiggle the handle, attempting to stem the onrushing tide of water. As the water reaches your head, your life flushes before your eyes. You doze briefly. Turns out, a flush beats everything. Sometimes good manners are a bad idea, eh, Larry?
Поиск предметов, там просто собираешь коллекцию, а здесь это квест. Что-то такое ел последний посетитель туалета. Резиновый цемент, награда за смытие унитаза в туалете Лефти.
You carefully inspect the walls for sliding panels, hidden safes, and unusual pixels. You find nothing.
Ничего. Опа.
You grab an ancient copy of Flutter, the magazine of nude skydiving, and settle in to sit and think. You feel a great relief. What's that aroma? You give yourself a quick pat down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies!
Carefully finishing your duties, you wipe and toss the newspaper behind the toilet for the next user.
Да.
You start to wash your hands in the cold water. Then you realize that there's no soap. Then you realize that there are no paper towels. So you wash your hands as well as you can and wipe them on the back of your shirt, under your jacket where the wet spots won't show. You can't open it. It just hangs there mocking you. Of course, you're used to things just hanging there mocking you. People should stay as far away from these boxes as possible, which is a shame because it's a tiny room and people have to use it all the time. You're already well wiped. Thank God.
Jeez.
Где-то
Did
здесь
something die in there?
А у этого нет ничего.
Hey, don't touch your merchandise. I'm not your cabin boy anymore.
He must have an interesting past. Once more, you get close, but not too close to the drunk.
Have you thought about going to a doctor?
You go to a doctor and they just want to make you better. Then you get sick again and you start this cycle of destruction. No, thank you. Hey, don't touch your merchandise. I'm not your cabin boy anymore.
He must have an interesting past. You didn't know Lefty was into boxing. The area is littered with empty beer kegs. There's a tiny label on each keg that says, Grade B, notice, contains brewery sweepings.
That's the best part.
Да. Застрял, что-то я тут. Так, тут-то ничего нет.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. You're not hard-hearted enough to steal a commemorative plaque. You pick up Lefty's, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you gently set it back right where you got it. Allowing you to use the darts would pose an unacceptable risk to the computer-controlled characters. You pick up Lefty's, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you gently set it back right where you got it. This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you.
Да нет, я просто ждал продолжения этого. Ну, хотел.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you.
Так, вопрос в зал. Кто знает, как пройти через эту сутенера в той комнате? Вот здесь вот. Ну, как он хочет телевизор посмотреть, а телевизор не работает. Может, пульт кому-нибудь дать попробовать починить? О, может, правда? А, у меня в руках. Сейчас. Где пульт? Где пульт? Вот. Ну-ка.
Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry. Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry. Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry. Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry.
Я заходил. Я захожу-то в сообщение. Но я не могу сразу во всех сервисах сидеть. Тем более я в ВК по группам не лазю. Я же говорю, я в социальные сети эти очень редко захожу. Это просто слушай. по сути, так вот сказали, что давай, вот я туда захожу, сообщение вижу, а больше я нигде не лазю. Ой, чё ж, где же взять-то батарейки? Ничего вот не вижу. Еще раз попробую.
You rap loudly on the Nagahide door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Echo!
The sound bounces around in your head for a few seconds.
Awesome!
Чё, забыл, что ли? О, дает. Ну и память у тебя, Ларри.
You read off the strange password you discovered in The John.
Ken sent me?
Come on in. Wow, man. Every time you open your mouth, it's like an angel dies.
Он ангел умирает. С утра. Ну, прям с утра я не уверен. В 11, может, так вот. В 11 годится? Так. Где ж батарейку-то взять?
This old TV is in sad shape. The on-off and channel dials are missing. How can you even turn it on? Lefties used to have bowls of free nuts at the bar, provided by these nuts, TM, in exchange for promotional consideration. Note, the TM trademark symbol is a registered trademark of Trademark Registry, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Copyright Registered Trademarks, LLC. The cabinet is locked.
Мыло? Чё мыло? Кто кого мыл? Так, а если обыскать этого?
You finger the pimp's outrageous threads.
You like prodigious P's style? Of course you do. You got style too. Just that yours is a little more, dweebitated.
Здесь у меня не получится железно. Так, чё ж делать?
Let me up there.
Not as long as prodigious P is standing here.
He smells like he wears l'air du temps, but not today.
Не сегодня. Не знаю, Макс. Для того, чтобы он работал, нужно очень много народу, прежде всего. И щедрого народа. Эх, что-то я застрял. Ладненько. В смысле, сообщения пошли. Счастливо.
You open up and examine the contents of the carton. They're all full of tax code manuals related to the running of a legal brothel.
Что ж такое-то, а? Что у меня там еще есть? Может, вот эту попробовать отдать?
Don't toy with his affections.
Не играй с его привязанностью. Может, денег точно он не берет.
Don't toy with his affections.
Да, что-то прям... Может быть, конечно.
You have no reaon to even attempt to stash that in the butt bottle.
У тебя нет ни малейшей причины засунуть его. Да. Я напишу тебе в сообщение ВК. В личку. Черт возьми.
The remote is out of juice. It's not currently working with the TV. You have nothing that requires pre-chewing. Until you find the loose corn kernels, you have nothing to put in this pile. No, there are no loose corn kernels in this game.
Батарей точно нет. Вот где батарейки найти, а? Офигеть.
That's what I'm talking about. Breath that literally kills.
Счастливо. Может, все-таки на улице что-то есть.
You pick up lefties, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you gently set it back right where you got it.
Так, а вот тут ничего нельзя.
Please don't leave that where some idiot in a white leisure suit is bound to step on it. That's not an acceptable bet in this jurisdiction. The jukebox doesn't want anything of yours, other than your money. The beer sign is just there to look pretty. Anything you tried to put on the fan would just get whacked off.
Да, юмор, конечно, обалденный. Но нет тут ничего.
Please don't leave that where some idiot in a white leisure suit is bound to step on it.
Все-таки на улице. Опять вышел.
Apples! Apples! Apples for sale! Get your fresh apples here, only $1. Just so you know, it smells like something died in your mouth.
Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry.
Hey! You'll get your turn in here soon enough.
You reach into the storm drain and feel around.
Jimmy Hoffa's dead body, some box with the name Al Capone on it, and an aviator cap that says Amelia. Nope, nothing interesting.
You deliberately scrape your finger on the sidewalk because it feels so good when you stop. The Walk of Shame is a permanent fixture in Lost Wages, dedicated to those who gave generously of their wallets so that Lost Wages could live again. The stars cannot be removed, defaced, or obscured. These people paid a lot for their 15 minutes of shame.
Taxi!
Yeah, baby!
О, такси. Ну, ты туда мы поедем.
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic?
Hey, Mac, where you headed?
Ну вот другое дело. Так. Вакант. Вакант. Это так. Камон Го. 69. Веселительное заведение. Комедия. Что там еще? А, комедия, ладно. Цезарс Палас. Ничего себе.
Lucky 21, pal. Flip it over.
Нифига себе. У меня сейчас деньги кончатся.
He's waiting to be paid. Try giving him your wallet.
Охренеть. Вот это да.
I don't need no stinking remote. When I was a kid, we had to walk 3 miles in the snow to change a channel. And we liked it.
3 мили по снегу. подключить канал. Да, слушайте, и чё за фигня?
Thanks, kid.
Денег тоже совсем не осталось.
Your breath is like sewage. Just saying.
It's a fire plug.
You said plug.
It's a light pole with Peyronie's disease. And if you don't already know what that is, you don't want to know.
I could be that big and muscle-bound if I wanted to. I just don't want to, is all. Now that's taste.
It's a gigantic vinyl album.
Yeah, the ultimate in high-fidelity sound reproduction.
The building seems to throb and pulse with turgid, pounding excitement. The storm drain is a pit of loss and abandonment, swallowing forever one's regrets, aspirations, and metaphors. You reach your arm as far down the storm drain as it will go, but you don't feel anything at all.
Darn it! My arm's not long enough to reach the sewage!
Now there's a sentence you never thought you'd say. You tug with the strength of 10, but still you can't move the hydrant. That's 10 on a scale of 1 to 100.
You picking a fight with me?
No, I'm just wondering how you get your muscles that way.
Rub them with crushed joggers twice a day.
This club looks like a really swinging place. How's about letting me in?
Show me your pass.
I'm not sure I have one.
Nobody gets in without a pass. Those are the rules. Move along. Don't make me tell you again. Thank you for leaving.
Спасибо, что уходишь. Офигеть. Слушайте, я уже разорился. Придется заново начинать.
Can't be bribed.
I understand. You're too honorable.
No, I just don't get the concept.
Да.
The storm drain is a pit of loss and abandonment, swallowing forever one's regrets, aspirations, and metaphors. You reach your arm as far down the storm drain as it will go, but you don't feel anything at all.
Darn it! My arm's not long enough to reach the sewage!
Now there's a sentence you never thought you'd say.
Мне надо было сюда ехать.
Taxi!
Ну да, только денег-то нет.
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic?
Hey, bud, where we going?
Сейчас он меня побьет.
Meter says 23 bucks. Pay up.
Ow! There's a window in the way.
Пропустил.
You ain't trying to get out of my cab without paying me, are ya?
Would I do that?
Да. Ну все, по-моему, для
Thanks, kid.
А, нет. Пропустил. О, это кто ж такой-то сейчас? Ой, куда ты пошел? Стой.
Nope.
All right, be that way.
You give the bum the once-over.
You poor guy. I know what it means to have no dignity at all.
Yeah, you kind of radiate that. Quit tickling me.
You pick up the phone, and to your delight, you get a dial tone. This thing must be set to free play.
На бесплатную работу. Так, где тут не написано, вот. For good time call. Так, набираем. Раз, два, три, 12:34.
Thank you for calling the 555-1234 Hot to Trot chat line. Now, swinging singles like you can chat one-on-one with other swinging singles, also like you. There's nothing hotter than guys who spend their Saturday nights at home, paying $2.99 a minute to make awkward small talk with invisible strangers, most of whom are other guys. You're also invited to call our psychic legal hotline. Press 2 now to get real legal advice from a psychic. Or press 3 now to get psychic readings from a real lawyer. Or press 4 now to connect with our tractor-trailer trekking institute. Find out how you can earn fast money driving big rigs for 48 hours straight on nothing but coffee and Slim Jims.
All lines are down for maintenance. Please try again later. Thank you.
Вот так вот. Фигушки. Фигушки.
Naturally, someone has already stolen the rectangle of acetate that would ordinarily cover this paper. You're already using it, and it doesn't seem to be costing you a dime, you lucky stiff. Anyone recognize these? Now believed extinct, the last payphone will be shot and killed in 2012 while attempting to rob a liquor store in Conshohocken, PA. Its dying words will be, "I just wanted to call information one last time." Anyone recognize these? Now believed extinct, the last payphone will be shot and killed in 2012 while attempting to rob a liquor store in Conshohocken, PA. Its dying words will be, "I just wanted to call information one last time."
Давай, спокойной ночи. Что сюда тогда?
Welcome to the come and go. Please keep your hands where I can see them. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
Батарейки-то, кстати, вот здесь могут быть.
He's a clerk at a convenience store, and he has the scars to prove it.
We are open 24 hours for all your unsavory needs.
Так, ищем тогда батарейки. Эх, где они могут быть? Что-то не вижу тут ничего такого.
The rack contains a selection of popular candies, such as Wertner's highly questionable lentil toffee, Crunch and Scream dental chew, Carnage Patch Kids, and Lick-O-Maid inappropriately named dipping candy. The Come and Go's checkout system automatically adds a 15% restocking charge to all purchases.
Well, after you buy something, we do have to stock a new one.
Wow, even the Come and Go has its own slot machine.
Angry Birds. Broads. Angry Broads. Где же...
He's a clerk at a convenience store, and he has the scars to prove
Батарейки
it.
должны быть тут. По идее-то. А таймер-то сколько?
12 security cameras? This place must be really safe.
12? We had 14 yesterday.
У нас вчера было 14.
Look at the great articles in this issue of Biggins. Here's one about how to break into the windows of apartment buildings. Here's another about how to make your own perfume. This could be a valuable issue. Holy cow! They have boxer stuff! It's stuffing mix and breakfast cereal all in one.
The commercial says it's part of a balanced illness.
It's Cano Chum, the meat and vegetable paste with 1,001 uses. Extruded at high speed for extra flavor. The shelves below are stocked with a variety of other canned household staples, such as crushed and heartbroken tomatoes, emasculated milk, and heavy syrup with peach bitlets.
Так. А это что?
Something about this arcade game just rubs you the wrong way.
Here's a tip. You can always tell a fine wine by the picture on the box. If it shows wet grapes, it's the good stuff.
This display is filled with beef jerky, beef logs, beef nuggets, beef chips, beef butt plugs, beef magic markers, and beef-flavored 2-hour energy drink.
They say someday there'll be 3-hour energy drinks. Or even 4.
Beef snacks turn you into an animal, Larry.
I can't. My doctor says too much caffeine stimulates my libido.
You take the big uns, the most interesting magazine of the bunch.
Yeah, baby.
You quickly rummage through the boxes looking for useful toy prizes inside, but you come up empty-handed. That usually takes you at least 1 hand. These cans are all expired, just like the guy who invented the stuff and used to eat 3 cans a day. It's always very sad when someone so young dies from sudden unnamed gastric collapse. You have plenty of breath spray for now, and you don't need any other trial-size hygiene products. Your trial isn't until next month. Everything here is sealed to prevent tampering by losers like Larry, and by viewers like you.
I can't drink soda. The bubbles go right to the top of my cranium. I mean, literally. I have a defect.
These candies are all past their best buy dates, which is pretty misleading given that crap doesn't really get worse over time. Yes, you could eat that hot dog, or you could just throw it in the toilet and save yourself 45 minutes.
Hands off! Store employees and thieves only. I am not for sale, but thank you for browsing. I am not for sale, but thank you for browsing.
Haven't you heard the warnings? Turning on an empty microwave can cause radioactive meltdowns. It's stuck up there where prying adventurers can't pry it loose. The cameras are securely bolted to the cheap paint job.
Ну что ж, выход значит.
Wait just a minute, Mr. Shoplifter. Come over here right this moment.
Опа. Да.
Freeze! My aim is improving. Yay for me!
Larry, you've always said that shoplifters deserve to be put out of their misery.
А я забыл заплатить.
Thank you. Now please leave. There is no loitering.
Ну, это опять.
Apples! Apples! Apples for sale! Get your fresh apples here, only $1. Just so you know, it smells like something died in your mouth.
Hey, Tim!
Larry!
How's the apple business?
Not good. I'll be sleeping in my pants tonight.
Ha! You eccentric rich guys! You crack me up!
Ну-ка.
You have this barrel confused with your neighbor's rain barrel back at home. That's the one that gets your special additive.
Так, а что может быть этот... Чё ж я... Продавцу-то показать?
Welcome to the come and go. We only carry up to $20,000 cash in the safe. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
Попробуй дать.
Nobody seems interested in touching your limp, dead, flaccid remote, Larry.
Please keep the contents of your pockets to yourself. Thank you.
Да, значит, придется уходить.
Apples! Apples! Apples for sale! Get your fresh apples here, only $1. Just so you know, it smells like something died in your mouth.
See?
Так, ну сейчас следующий.
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic? Okay, guy, where'll it be?
Так, тут осталось. Рябообразным облакам.
And that'll be $22, Mac.
Ну чё, деньги не кончаются, судя по всему, на такси.
What's this? You trying to stiff me?
Of course not. You're a dude.
I mean, you trying to cheat me out of my fare?
I didn't know it was gonna be that much.
Now see, in my book, that ain't a reasonable excuse. Now I'm gonna have to murderize you.
Wait, tell me more about your book. No.
Take this.
Oh, what the madness? Ow.
Take it.
Oh.
Larry, cab rides can cost up to $24 in this town. Didn't we mention that before? Silly us.
Да, значит, все-таки надо будет там искать. Или по новой. То есть сохранение.
Mouthwash is cheap. Look into it.
Ладненько, тогда потрудляюсь. Всем счастливо. Всего хорошего.